live in a crazy place, a madhouse. And if you're born into a crazy place and you grow up in a crazy place and you go through your entire life in the crazy place, crazy is your normal because it's all you've ever known. And someone comes out from outside of the crazy place and says, hey, this is madness. It's a crazy place. What do they say? You're mad. You're not normal. So what we're going to do is take a journey through the madhouse. And with each section, I'm going to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the rabbit hole. But I'm going to start outside the rabbit hole, what people call the real world, the world that people perceive every day. And in the real world, there is such a thing, for a start, as time, and time only goes forward. And as you go forward in this time in the real world, you go through different ages and generations, and eventually you come to where you think you are. And on that process of time, it first existing and then only going forward, it means that wherever you are in this sequence, you believe to be yourself to be on the cutting edge of evolution. And in this forward passage of time, we evolve. So we go from a position where particular bloodlines, interbreeding bloodlines, automatically go into the positions of power as kings and queens and monarchs as a result of their bloodline. And then apparently we moved on, and we moved on to dark suit politicians. And they're, because we moved on now, they're there only for the benefit of the people. They only have the best interests of the people at heart in this real world. Democracy and freedom in the real world are interchangeable. They both mean the same thing. They don't, but that's what we're led to believe. In the real world, governments are good. One thing to remember, governments are good. And those that governments bomb, they're evil. They're always evil. Anyone governments bomb. Got to remember that one. Terrorism in the real world is bad. Bad. But governments fighting terrorism and doing this to civilian areas is good. Fighting terrorism.
Now that the quote-unquote Iranian war has somewhat ended our ceasefire, what about Gaza? What about Palestine? Just earlier this week, how many civilians may hear? Get everyone knows deceased. And we see a whistleblower, a US contractor, a US mercenary. People. The same people these people said they are against. They are worse than them. And let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted, people. The reason why enough of these groups rise up, people, is against the system, against the monarch, against the rulership, against these so-called leaders. So we always have to keep that in mind. We always have to remember that. All of a sudden they're good. Oh, them feel be good. Oh, you guys are good. You're worse.
Everything is black and white. Everything is them and us. Everything is bad guys and good guys. No shades of grey, no peripheral vision, nothing. Black and white. In the real world, they must know they're the government. They must know they're scientists. They must know they're doctors. They must know they're teachers. All you have to do in the real world to find out what's happening is watch the evening news. In the real world, life is random. Nothing's connected. Everything's apart from everything else. It's all happening by accident. And the world, the real world, is solid. Ooh, it's solid. And therefore, it's limited. Reality in the real world is a mystery. Ooh, where are we? And who we are, the very essence of who we are, apparently, is a mystery. Ooh. Now that and so many other elements are the pillars of this real world perceptual prison. And every single one of them, everyone, is an illusion. We are at the cutting edge of evolution. Cutting edge. Now we are we? Cutting edge. Gee, the world is mad. And once you realize that, it all makes sense. It's not you that's mad. It's the world you live in. And people make this mistake. Oh, it must be me. No, it's not you. The freaking world's mad. Once you realize that, that's why they do that. It's crazy. Yes, exactly. Then comes the question, why is it crazy? Because it's not crazy by accident. There's method in the madness. Why is the world an inversion? Why is it upside down? Because it is. Just look at us. Everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. Doctors destroy health, lawyers destroy justice, universities destroy knowledge, governments destroy freedom, the major media destroy information, and religions destroy spirituality. Life
The world
is
is
not
mad, people.
unconnected.
The world is mad. And I employ the same strategy. Whenever I'm arguing, reasoning with anyone about certain issues and they say I'm mad, I'm crazy, I embrace it. I said, yes, I am mad. Yes, I'm crazy. Because I wouldn't want to have sense in this world. I wouldn't want to be one of the sensible ones. I don't want to be smart. I don't want any Nobel Peace Prize. I don't want any Pritzker. I don't want none of those awards. If Obama has a Nobel Peace Prize and they're saying that Trump should get one or Trump will be getting one shortly, what do I want one or even want to be associated with those things? So yeah, I'm mad. I'm crazy in this world. I cannot be sensible. Because all the sensible people, them, it's upside down. Their brain is just upside down, people. And everything is opposite in the world. Watch news. If you don't want to know what going on in the world, just watch news. You don't know. You don't want to know what going on. Watch news. You want to have no sense? Watch news. And you'll get no sense. Yeah, we're just crazy people. You're just back way. And we mad as the smart ones, people, they are the mad ones. And it's been proven over and over again. So let the great man continue.
On every single level of experience and reality, everything is connected and is ultimately one. But to see this picture, we have to answer these questions. Where are we being taken? How are we being taken there? Who is taking us there and why? And I'll answer those questions before the day is out. And we'll start with this one. Where are we being taken? We're being taken here to what I call the Hunger Games society. At the top, you have an elite 1%, actually less than 1% at its core, that are designed, and they're moving there so fast, they are planned to control everything. All wealth, all decision-making, in the end, even all thought. At the bottom of the Hunger Games society pyramid is virtually everyone else. And holding this status quo ongoing is planned to be a merciless, not just police state in the end, but a military police state in which the police and the military are the same. Just look at what's happening in terms of imposition by the state through people in uniform. And you can see it's happening in front of our eyes all the time. 1% currently own 50% of the world's wealth. And this is the structure, the control structure of that society, which again is unfolding before our eyes. They want a world government that would dictate to every community. A world central bank that would dictate all finance globally. A world currency, which is I've been writing since the early 1990s, is designed to be a cashless digital currency. A world army to impose the will of the world government, which is designed to be NATO and other elements I'll come to later. And under that, designed to be a series of superstates, the European Union being the furthest advanced, to carry out the will of the world government in various regions of the world. Under that, nation states, which they want to break up into regions. And these organizations, like the World Health Organization, the World Trade Organization, are designed to be controlled by the world government and put these subject area policies under one roof. And I've been writing now since well back into the 1990s about the plan for the world government, and now they're even talking about it. And we have a de facto world government already called the United Nations Security Council. The European Union is part of it, and of course, NATO, the World Army. And this is the moving step by step to this Hunger Games society, which is been described in my earlier books way back. So, how are we being taken there? Question number 2. And this is where we take our first step into the rabbit hole, into the shadows, into the arena of secret societies and semi-secret groups, from where the world of the seen is manipulated without people realizing it. The world is structured as a spider's web, symbolically. You've got the spider at the center of the web, which is dictating everything. These strands around the spider represent the most exclusive and therefore secretive secret societies. Only the really, really chosen few will have any chance of being part of those and thus be close to understanding the full nature of what the agenda is. As you come out from the spider, still in the hidden, you meet those secret societies we do know about. The Freemasons, the Knights of Malta, Knights Templar, Opus Dei, etc. The inner circle knows what's going on, or some of it, and the rest only know increasingly less about what's going on as they come down the pyramid of compartmentalization. And then eventually, you meet what I call the cusp organizations. This is where the hidden meets the seen. And here's another portrayal of it. These cusp organizations are like the Bilderberg Group, the Council on Foreign Relations in America, the Trilateral Commission, the Club of Rome, also the United Nations is part of this.
This interview was from 2017. So this dystopian reality David Icke is speaking about, it's here, people. It's here. As I mentioned earlier, just look at the Middle East. Look what's happened. And it's allowed to happen. We all can see that. It's been allowed to happen, people. There is not a shadow of a doubt there. And people will ask, what is the solution? What can we do? It's here, people. We will not be able to do anything, people. The chains are so tight on our minds, and not me to say, but majority of the people, their minds are so chained. You have to just warn your kids, warn your family, and try live as much out of the system as possible. That's the only solution, people. So self-sustenance. As a Marcus Garvey was one of those guys too, people just like David Icke. He may be a black nationalist, but self-sustenance, self-reliance is the best science, as a lot of the Rasta community would say in Jamaica. And even Marcus Garvey, self-reliance is the best science, people. So you have to rely on yourself, depend on yourself, love yourself, and protect your family, and warn them about it. Warn them about this. Try to open their mind. It's hard. It's hard, people. I'm not gonna say it's easy. It's hard. And that's it. It's already here, people. It's upon us. This great